According to Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change or IPCC, climate change refers to significant changes in global temperature, precipitation, wind patterns, and other measures of climate that occur over several decades or longer. Climate change may be due to natural processes such as changes in the sun radiation, volcanoes, or internal variability in the climate system, or human influences such as changes in the composition of the atmosphere or land use. Climate change is already having a severe influence on Russian agricultural production, particularly in grain production, because this sector is likely the most reliant on weather and climate conditions. Droughts in 2010 and 2012 resulted in a significant decline in grain output in the country and a rise in grain prices as a result. In those years, the overall losses due to the low crops topped to 300 billion in Russian ruble. Meanwhile, those who had to pay much higher food costs suffer the burden of these losses, putting the poorest individual in the most vulnerable position. The risks to agricultural producers and consumers are substantial, and they will only worsen as weather and climate conditions worsen. Losses to the economy as a whole include not just crop output losses, but also price hikes in agricultural products. In the result, grain output fell in Europe, the United States, Canada, Australia, and some other nations in 2010, resulting in a 25% loss in the world grain stock.
Next, there is a risk of subsidence of low-lying areas in Russia due to rising sea levels. The increase in temperature caused by climate change worldwide has caused the ice in the polar region to melt. This situation causes sea levels around the world to rise above normal levels. As a result, low-lying areas such as coastal areas will be inundated with seawater. For example, in the enclave of Kaliningrad, an increase in net sea level is expected to be about 60 to 80 centimeters for the next 100 years, from 2000 to 2100. According to experts, sea level have risen by 3 mm per year since 1970. This situation has resulted in residents living in the area near the beach have to move to higher ground to save property and life.
Long period of dry and hot weather lead to an increased possibility of forest fire. In 2010, Western Russia experienced an intense heat wave from early July through to the first half of August, having already been subject to significantly above the average temperature in the previous 2 months. According to experts, the normal west to east movement of weather system was blocked by climate change and affect the frequency or intensity of blocking during summer. Oak will take centuries to grow back. The fire risk indices in the summer indicate the growth of the fire risk at a high level of Russian region at present. Most of Russia is covered by woods, and the potential increased risk of forest fire will increase by 20 to 60% in the southern part of European Russia in the future. As a result, climate change has become a reality affecting our economy, ecosystems, well-being, and quality of life. This situation will get worse every year if no precautions are taken. Action is awareness, but awareness is not action. You can have awareness without action, but you cannot have action without awareness. The important message to take out from this is, if that you have awareness about climate change, so you have the power to change it. As the saying goes, prevention is better than cure.